Welcome to the Homestead. Primitive homesteading versus modern homesteading. What are they? Why would you do one over the other? Why would you, say, purposefully choose to do primitive homesteading over modern homesteading? And can you do both? Let's talk about it. So we're in here in the greenhouse cleaning up after our freeze and getting out all the dead stuff. I thought I'd have this talk with you about modern homesteading versus primitive homesteading and which is better. Well, personally, I don't think one is better than the other. History is very important, and knowing how to do things manually or how they were done in the past is also extremely important, and I've talked about this on many videos before. It's important to have those older skills, say learning how to start a fire without a lighter, learning how to, dig a latrine, whatever it is. Those are super important, and everybody should aspire to learn how to do those skills. But do we need to live like that on a daily basis? I'd say no. Why would you limit yourself? If there's technology out there that can make your job easier, make it easier on your body, make it quicker, why not do it that way? Why would you purposefully do something the extreme old-fashioned way that was done hundreds of years ago and then thousands of years ago? Why would you do that? Now, like I just said, don't get me wrong. It's important to know some of those skills on how to do it the old-fashioned way. And let me show you something here really quick that we have on the homestead. So why would you use a scythe to purposefully continuously cut everything on your homestead instead of a weed trimmer? And these don't perfectly equate to one another, a weed trimmer or a mower. So these work well. It's important to have one, but it's not necessary to exclusively use it all the time. This is a great backup tool, and obviously I have one because I know the importance of it, but I rarely use it. Now, someday if I cannot buy fuel for this or my mower, I'll have to exclusively use this. I will know how to use this, but I'm not going to use it all the time and take forever to do jobs that I can do in just a few minutes with other modern tools. Don't intentionally make something harder for yourself. Now, in certain situations, older hand tools or an older way of doing something can be less expensive than buying modern equipment to do it. So if you've educated yourself on how to do those primitive methods of doing something, that's awesome. Until you can save some money and be able to buy maybe a modern tool for it. So of course, if the economy crashes and we go through a period of time where we have extreme deflationary issues or inflationary, hyperinflationary issues, and you can't get equipment, do you know how to take care of yourself and your family with older methods of doing things? Can you use a bow drill to start a fire and cook on a fire for your family? I recommend that you get those skills and learn how to do it. Practice so you remember how to do it, but it's not necessary right now to do that every day. It's completely a waste of time. And I love to show people how to build small things, and I did that a lot early on in my channel. And you can go back and look at all those videos and how to make super simple things from simple materials that are very helpful for doing certain jobs on the homestead. And I'll probably do more of that. In fact, I've got a project upcoming that I think you'll like. It's it's got used lumber and used glass, and it'll have to do with water. Let me just put it like that. But right now, do I need to walk over into my small patch of woods here and cut down enough logs to create an outhouse or a smokehouse or anything like that? There is absolutely no reason for me to do that. But if you see that that's the easiest, best way for you to use your time and to do something, then go ahead and do it. It's probably best for you. So what prompted this discussion? Well, sometimes, you get pretty silly, ridiculous comments on YouTube, and you just have to either ignore them or you can answer them. And it's an opportunity for me to talk about this subject. And those group of comments were pretty silly, saying that, You don't need to use the amount of energy that you use. You don't need to have 2 or 3 freezers for your produce that you're saving. You can do all these things the old-fashioned way. Well, why? If I have the opportunity to have solar, if I have the opportunity to have 2 or 3 freezers, or even like a freeze dryer, why would I not take that opportunity? Can I make beef jerky next to the wood stove in my house? Yeah, sure, I could, but why? Even though I can cook on the fire, why would I do it right now when I have a stove? There's totally no point to that. Now, if I was a channel that was teaching primitive skills so that people out there like you had that base knowledge, we're learning that base knowledge of how to do super simple things in case of an extreme emergency, then that's who I would be. But that's not who I am. This is modern homesteading. This is taking advantage of the technology that we have while we have it. There are some channels on YouTube which show you those primitive skills, and they are incredibly valuable, and I am subscribed to them because the things that my dad didn't teach me, I've learned from them, and little things that I never even would have thought of, right? Those are in the back of my mind. I've learned basically how to do them, and I'm saving them, and I'll practice them probably, but I'm saving them for a time where maybe I don't have this greenhouse or the solar or whatever. But I don't need to live my life every day like that. And I suspect that those channels aren't living 24/7 like that either. Maybe some of them are. They seem like super genuine people, and they are teaching valuable skills. So I don't want you to get me wrong. They are very valuable. You should watch them. But they have a camera, they have a computer, they have some electricity, they have the internet, obviously, if they're on YouTube. So are they utilizing that for other things while they're off camera? I don't know. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. Maybe they just use it for the YouTube camera and the computer. Don't know. But they're valuable, and what I'm saying is we don't need to live like that 24/7, but learning from them those primitive skills they're doing a huge service to everybody. So I'm not giving up my mower anytime soon for my scythe just because it's completely unnecessary. Someday I may need to use it. I know how to use it. I know how to sharpen it, and I have it. So I do recommend that you have a hand tool backup for any electric power tool or anything like that that you have. I do recommend that you have some oil lamps in your house and some backup oil for light in case your solar gets fried somehow. I don't know, EMP, I don't believe that'll happen, but it could, who knows. But right now, if you can afford the solar, get the solar. Have the oil lamps as backup. There's no reason to use the oil lamps right now. So I hope you understand me. I'm not trying to dog on anybody at all. There's some beautiful people out there who are in rustic cabins and building them themselves. I love it. That's awesome. You do you. It's cool. But what I'm saying to the rest of you who are just starting out is that there's absolutely no reason to do that. Unless you want to, which is totally cool by me. Friends, don't forget to leave me a comment in the comment section below and give me a like on the video. Both of those things help the YouTube algorithm get my message out to more people, so I really appreciate it. All right, now go click on this video right here, which shows you exactly how I built this greenhouse by myself. Have a beautiful, blessed day. We'll see you next time. Bye.